Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy day after Christmas. So I'm back at the shop. I pretty much live at the shop, but anyway. I want to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. No, actually, I really do. Extended warranties. We get to deal with them every once in a while, but we tell customers, you want us to deal with your insurance company for this, you have to pay whatever the difference is between their labor, what they're going to pay, and what we would normally charge, because usually what they will pay is a lot less. The other thing too is you're paying us for our time on the phone. We just had to deal with an insurance company. I won't say their name, but they shield your car or something along those lines. They have celebrities. It's probably the most prevalent one out there for advertising. They advertise, it's all over the place. And I think it's probably the one that calls you the most too. So we had to deal with them for this lady's car. This is what I've found over my years of dealing with those types of companies. There are great ones out there, and there's other ones that are not so great. But think about it. You're paying however much for this extended warranty. Do you really think they want to pay to fix your car? No, they don't. They don't want to pay to fix your car. Trust me on this. They want to get away with paying as little as possible to fix your car. Doesn't matter that you paid for a contract or whatever. They don't want to pay to fix your car. They may claim they want to. They may act like, they're your mom or your dad or your best friend or one of your kids, and they want to do the best thing for you. They're looking out for you. No, they're not. They absolutely are not. It's an insurance company is all it is. And as in with any insurance company, if they can get away with not paying, yay them. This company in particular, I was working on a customer's Hyundai. It needed a starter, and it also had a coolant leak coming from the transmission warmer, they call it. They don't call it a cooler, they call it a warmer. Okay. Potato. Mo was on the phone with them for 3 hours, going round and round and round and round and round. They finally agreed to pay to fix the car at a much reduced labor rate. They said our labor rate was way over the national average. No, it's not. It's lower than all the other shops in the area. So we're way above the national average. I don't know where they're getting their national averages from. Maybe someplace that charges $65 an hour? Because really, they wanted to pay, what was it, $80-something an hour? $84-something an hour? We're $105. The dealers around here are $150. The other local shops are $125, $135. We're $105. So, no, we're not above the national average. So the customer would be responsible for that difference. We're not eating it. Why should we eat that? Because you paid for a contract? No, that's not how this works. A lot of times we're willing to do some of the legwork. We got no problem with that. You want us to call your contract company? I've dealt with contract companies that have been phenomenal. Really have been good. And you get on the phone with them, you explain everything, you tell them what's going on. They ask you how you diagnosed it. What do you use? All data. Do you use Mitchell? Do you use Identifix? Like, how do you come up with your estimate and stuff like that? Because sometimes there's no way of actually looking up and coming up with an estimate from all data or whatever. Some certain things are not necessarily always clear cut. They're not always black and white. So certain things you have to manipulate times to come up with what's a fair price to fix a vehicle. So a couple of companies will work with you. This one particular company, they won't work with you. At the end, when they agreed that they would fix it, they wanted to send us the parts. No, you're not sending us the parts. We are fixing the parts. We are getting the parts in-house, and we're fixing the car. We don't do that. We're not going to install your parts on a car that we're fixing. That becomes a nightmare. It always does. It never fails. So that's what they wanted to do. Okay, well, where are you getting your parts from? What if the part doesn't fit? Are you going to pay us to do it twice? No, they're not. They're not going to pay us to do it twice. The customer is responsible for that. So, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. So then we told the customer, you need to call these people. The customer was on the phone with them for 5 hours. 5 hours. That's a grand total of 8 hours. That's a full day. And at the end of all of this, The customer gave up. The customer just hung up and said, forget it. I'm wasting my money with this company. Yeah, you are. Now, the company claims that they pay out X amount and this and that and the other thing, and, $15 million a year or $15 million a month, whatever they pay out. I don't know. I read some stuff on the company. But they have an F rating with the Better Business Bureau. So, should you get a extended warranty? It really depends. I mean, some of these things are $100 a month. Think about that. That's $1,200 a year. Yeah, if you blow the motor, that's one thing. But here's the thing. They're going to want to see maintenance records. They may send an inspector to look at it. If they send an inspector to look at your engine that you just blew up, it spun a bearing, it blew a head gasket, whatever, and they see a muddy, crusty cooling system, they see sludge build up in the motor, they decline your claim. They ain't paying nothing. So you have to live up to your maintenance on the vehicle, which you should do that anyway. But now think about it. If you live up to your maintenance end on the vehicle, what is the likelihood of something failing? Not very likely. I mean, yes, things fail. But I find that people that maintain their vehicles properly, their cars last, 150, 200,000 miles before having any kind of an issue. They'll flush their cooling system. They'll make sure they change their oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. I don't care if it says 12,000 miles on an oil change. Don't care. I would never do that on my own vehicle. Think about this. You have an oil change schedule. Some of the newer cars tell you 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 miles between oil changes. They have a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. So you've done 3 oil changes in 35,000 miles? Now all of a sudden you're going to be out of warranty? Do you think if your motor blows up at 45,000 that the dealer is going to look at your car? Or the manufacturer is going to look at your car and say, you know what, you've been a great customer. We'll warranty that motor for you. No, they're not. They are not going to do it. However, working at the dealer, I've seen it many times where a customer who maintained their vehicle regularly, even went above and beyond the maintenance schedules. Now, you got to remember, for many years it was 3,000 miles. 3,000 miles for oil changes. Then it crept up to 4, then 5, then 6, 7,500. But people that maintained their cars and did oil changes every 3,000 to 5,000 miles at the dealership, and they were religious about going to the dealership for their services, the manufacturer would cover stuff. Even at 70,000 miles. They would say, you know what, we know your warranty expired at 36,000. We're going to cover this for you because you've been loyal to coming to us. Now, you buy a used car, it's a different story, but you still want to maintain your vehicle. It does happen. It does happen. I will say it does happen. Things do break. It's mechanical. Things do break. But if you maintain your vehicle, it's much less likely to happen. But I'm going off on a rant here. But back onto the extended warranty companies. They don't want to pay to fix your car. They really don't. They're not your best friends. They're looking to get your money. It works like this. If you pay them $1,200 a year to fix your, just in their maintenance fees, or rather contract fees, whatever it is, their monthly service plan that they have. Let's say you're paying them $1,200 a year. If they have to pay out more than $1,200 a year, it's not worth it for them. So are they going to want to pay it out? No, they're not. They're going to do everything in their power to not pay out to fix your vehicle. Like I said, I have dealt with other companies. I'm not going to name names. Do your own research. You'll see. There's companies out there. And it's funny because the ones that don't advertise are the ones that have the best reviews. The ones that advertise heavily, like this one in particular, with the Shield. They use celebrity advertisers. That one in particular, horrible, horrible company. Yes, they do pay for things, but they scrutinize everything. You're not getting a gift. You're not paying $1,200 and going to get an $8,000 transmission. That ain't happening. It ain't happening. No matter what they tell you, no matter what you think, it ain't happening. I've never seen it yet. They don't lose. That's not the point of those companies. They don't lose. If they lose, they wouldn't be in business. Think about it. So, use your head. If you want to get an extended contract for your car, your truck, whatever, minivan, whatever you got, you want to get one of those contracts, research it. Google it. Contact Better Business Bureau. Contact AAA, Consumer Reports. I don't like Consumer Reports. That's a personal thing. I think they're extremely biased. but that's neither here nor there. Extremely biased when it comes to car brands. Sorry. Other things I think they're okay with. Car brands in particular, I think they're extremely biased on. But it's neither here nor there. Do your research before you spend your money. It's your money. It's your hard-earned money. They're not going to take your money, and don't expect them to take your money and then pay out more than you've paid them. It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. So anyway, just something to keep in mind. This goes a lot. They prey on elderly people too, and people who are not car savvy. They prey on those people. And those people fall for it all the time. So, just something to think about. Just want you guys to be safe. If you guys want to contact me through email or something like that, you can reach me at wrenchingwithkenny@gmail.com. I've been kind of slow at catching up with everything because of the holidays, the stuff I had going on personally there towards the end of the year with my foot and my personal injuries and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get back into it. So if you want to contact me, wrenchingwithkenny@gmail.com. Just the way it's spelled, just like the channel is. That's not the email address associated with the channel. It will be changing at some point in time, just not right now. But if you want to contact me there and ask me, what I feel is a good company and stuff like that, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it is, and I'll tell you which ones to avoid. Got to give me some time to respond, though. That's all. So, but anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to cover that, because I feel it's something you should know. It's a delicate situation there. It's a delicate matter. A lot of people get ripped off, and I don't want to see you guys get ripped off. They don't want to pay me. Trust me. They're not my friends. They're not looking out for your best interest. Okay? So anyway, getting something out of my videos, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.